Hey everybody, so I'm currently down here at the first floor air handler, and I kind of figured maybe I should look over the thing because remember I mentioned about how there might be a refrigerant leak because earlier this season I noticed that the line was icing up for the first floor air conditioner, so I figured maybe probably couldn't hurt to just take a look around and see what I could find. I did actually buy a one of those refrigerant leak testers from Amazon. Here it is right here, as you can see. All right. And I started going around with it and seeing what I could find. And I did find one thing that was pretty easy, but the rest I'm not too sure. I know there was a guy named John who commented on my last video about the one of the slider and what do you call it? The air conditioner thing, this and that. So I figured I should probably take his advice, buy one of these things, and see what I could find. Well, what I did find, I don't know. I'm not too sure about this. I don't know if it's good, if it's bad, but we'll have to find out. But here's the first thing I did was this. The first thing I did was I went along the filter dryer here. That's a bad angle. Let me go over here. I went along the filter dryer. Didn't notice anything there. Then I came to kind of around here, so to say. So what I did was I put my thing on to about 4. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to start beeping. Okay, you can see how it works. All right. Then I was going kind of around the pipe here. And when I get to about this part right here, you'll see it'll start to beep faster. And let's see, do this. See that? So right around here, it's at this part of the pipe, it's detecting something. Okay. And that's, there's like, let me turn this off. There might be like a seam here or something when it was soldered. I don't know. So I did find that. Let me go ahead and do it again. Give me a second. We'll put it to 4 once again. Okay. And we'll go right to that spot once again. See, right there, it's definitely something. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is let me get my phone just so I can use a light source, and let me go ahead and show you the inside of the evaporator. Okay, so here's the evaporator itself. As you can see, basically there's 3 screws you got to take off for this front panel here, 2 on the bottom, and then 1 right there. And looking inside, it doesn't look too bad from up here, but as you look down here, you can definitely see a little bit of rusty spots. Like that one holding screw is rusty. You see that? And look at this. Look at the tray where the water goes in this one corner. That just looks pretty terrible. Now, the other. So I moved the detector kind of along down here. All right, and do you see those 2 bottommost connectors? I don't quite know how I'm going to show this to you the best, but yeah, you see there's one closer. Can you see with my finger? Oh yeah, you can see. So there's this one right here. Okay. And then there's one on the bottom behind it that looks kind of rusty. Maybe you can see that. Yeah, the one that's kind of in the shadow. Yeah, you see back there. The bottommost towards the back. You see that? Okay. So when I did that, I got the leak tester once again. And we're going to move towards... I can't use the light at the same time, I'm sorry. But we're going to go towards that back connector. So I'm going to put this to 4. Like so. And let's plop that in there towards that back connector. Look at that. So I don't think there's any false reading here. I think it's detecting refrigerant. Yep, there's that back connector. It's kind of fidgeting on and off. You see that? And this one here, right now it's not doing anything. It's something. I don't think it should be doing that at all. They make it more sensitive. What happens? Let me see. We'll put it up to. Let's go to 6. See what happens. Yeah, you can see how many red lights are coming on for that one. Now the far one's not really doing... There it goes. Alright, so Unless this is giving some kind of false reading, I think we got a problem in there. And if that's true, that's extremely unfortunate. I don't know what the end result of that is going to be. This is only about what, 6 years old, 7 years old, I said. It was installed in late 2016, so I don't know. We're gonna have to call the guy again, I guess. When I saw this had a leak here, I was just like, that's too easy. Let me go inside and see what I could find. So when I took off the evaporator panel here, those two bottom connectors I showed you had the thing beeping faster as well. So if this is giving a true reading, I think the evaporator has a leak. And if that's the case, that's very unfortunate. It's only 6 or 7 years old. Maybe I can get them, if this is the case, maybe I can get them to replace the evaporator and not have to deal with the air handler or the air conditioner. I don't know. I mean, John, you were right. There's definitely a leak here. If this thing is being correct, there's definitely a leak either here and down there at the bottom of the evaporator. I mean, just the fact that was all rusty down there, you saw that. I don't know. That is pretty sad. I mean, the condensate drain isn't clogged at all. I ran some water down there. It drained right out. It didn't build up at all. So I don't know why it's so rusty there like it is. So I don't know. We can call back the same person we had here last time and see what he says. Now, the only weird thing, too, is I did the soapy water test on... You probably saw it. There's a soapy water right there. I did the test on here and also those connectors in the evaporator, and there's no bubbles. So I don't quite understand why this is detecting right there, but there's no bubbles. Maybe this is sensitive enough where the bubbles won't register, but this will. I don't know. Some HVAC guy out there could tell me. The good news is that this is a 410A system, so we don't have to worry about changing refrigerants, but... This is definitely a setback if this is valid as to what it's telling me. So we'll have to see what the guy says. If worst case scenario, hopefully he can just get a new evaporator in here and not deal with anything else. Best case scenario is this is giving a false reading and it's not leaking, but I have my doubts about that. We'll have to see how it goes. I'm not very happy about this, as you can hear my very monotonous voice. The upstairs is running right now, as you can hear. Maybe it's doing fine, but yeah, this could be a problem. All right, well, there you guys go. So you were right again, John. You know, I'm glad I thought I listened to your comment. And take your advice and come down here and check it out. So we'll have to call the guy, see what he says, and I guess we'll go from there. So definitely a bummer, guys. All right, so we'll take care of what we have to with that, and we'll see where it goes from here. Take care.